Hello students, my name is Arshan and today we are going to do the 6th chapter of your Looking Around textbook of NCERT for class 3rd. The name of the chapter is Foods We Eat. So students, as you all might know that food is the very basic necessity to sustain life. We all need food for the maintenance and sustenance of life. We all get hungry. Every living being requires food. Now let us see this small story. In the picture we saw that kids were talking about the food that they ate last night. Now there was one kid ate chapati with dal in a langar, and then there was another kid who ate a chapati made of bajra with jaggery, and then there was one kid who ate dal and rice last night. So students, there are various types of food items available around us. Now in the picture, we saw that those kids were talking about the various food items that they had last night. One kid was talking about having chapati and dal in a langar. Another kid was talking about eating a chapati made of bajra with jaggery. And then there was one kid who had dal and rice last night. So student, interesting, isn't it? Some children had roti, some may had rice, some may even were without food. Now you people try to write the food that you ate yesterday into your notebook. Now students, try to notice that did all the children in the class or in a group eat the same food items yesterday, and why? Well, to answer this, the answer is no. Because different children come from different families. They can be even from different regions of India as well. So they all might have had different food items. Now you people have also noticed that in the picture there is one child in whose house no food was cooked. What could be the reason? Well, to answer it, there could be many reasons, like the child's family is too poor to afford 2 square meals in a day, or the child's mother could be sick and hence could not cook meal. Well, there may be different reasons. Now, with this, has it ever happened to you that on some day you were very hungry but there was nothing to eat? If yes, then tell why. So students, I can answer this question with my own personal experience that yes, it has happened that one day I was very hungry and there was nothing to eat. Because one day the water supply was disturbed and so my mother was unable to cook anything. After that we ordered a restaurant for food. The food was delivered to our home. Try to recapitulate these type of instances from your own life and note them down into your notebook. You people can also take the help of your parents or your teachers for that matter. Now, students, another question. How do you know that you are hungry? Well, when we are hungry, we get a feeling that the stomach is empty and we can tell that we are hungry. We feel a urge to eat something and most probably we get a urge to eat our favorite food items. Now moving on to the another part. How do you feel when you are hungry? Well, we all can say that we get strange sensation in our stomach which gives the signal that we are hungry. When we get hungry, we feel like eating something. Students, it's time for us to learn and know about Vipul's family. A short story. So, in Vipul's family, there are some members who do not eat what Vipul eats. Do you think these people do not eat or cannot eat what Vipul eats? Let us read about Vipul's family. While returning home from school, Vipul bought a bhutta, that is a corn cob. He reached home and asked his mother, "Where is Chutki? I want to see her." Now Vipul's mother replied, "Chutki is in the room upstairs." Vipul caught his grandmother's hand and said, "You also come upstairs with me." His mother stopped him. "I have soaked Ba's chapati in dal. Let her first have her meal." Have you put sugar in her dal? After coming to Nagpur, you have forgotten your own way of making food, said Dadi to Vipul's mother. I have tasted the dal. It has been prepared well, replied Vipul's mother. Now Vipul picked up grandmother's plate and he ran upstairs. He asked her grandmother to follow him quickly. When I was your age, I could run up a hill in the same time, said Dadi. Now Vipul gave the bhutta he was eating to his mommy, washed his hands and lifted little Chutki. Suddenly, Chutki started crying. She is hungry, said mommy. She sat down to feed Chutki. Interesting small story, isn't it, students? Now think that why was Dadi not able to climb stairs quickly? To answer it, we can say that Dadi has become too old to climb the stairs quickly. Also, students think that how does Dadi like to have her dal? Well, Dadi likes to have some sugar in her dal. She belongs to Nagpur and people in Nagpur put some sugar in dal. Well, students, do you people like sugar in your dal? I certainly am not a big fan. Now, how many persons in the story can eat bhutta easily and why? Think about it and write the answer into your notebook. Well, if we have to answer it right now, in the story, Vipul, his mother and his mommy can eat bhutta easily because they are young and have healthy teeth, whereas Chutki is very young and Dadi is very old. So, we are on to the question that can all old people eat bhutta, that is the corn cob, and why? Well, to answer it, old people usually have weak teeth and hence most of them cannot eat a bhutta. So, moving on to the next question, which is for 4 months, Chutki will have only her mother's milk. That is her only food. Why? Well, students, 4-month-old babies do not have teeth, so they feed on milk only, and mother's milk is the best food for them. Now, students, we are on to a very interesting activity. In this activity, we have to fill this table. This table consists of 3 rows. The first row consists of child, young, and old. Then the second row is of what can they eat, and third row is of what can they not eat. Try to fill this with the help of your parents or your teachers. Well, allow me to tell you some of the answers. For example, a child can eat milk, porridge, watery dal and khichdi. And what can they not eat? Well, they cannot eat a bhutta, nuts, hard fruits and chapatis. Now on to the young people. What can they eat? Well, they can eat almost everything. And what can they not eat? Well, there is no edible item that they cannot eat. Now on to the old people. What can they eat? Well, old people can eat chapati soaked in dal or milk, rice, mashed potato and khichdi. And what can they not eat, students? Well, they cannot eat hard fruits, nuts and bhutta, which we saw in this story. So students, this was all about what we can eat and what we cannot eat. But generally, is this always the case? There are certain things which we cannot eat as well. We will see in this activity. You have to mark the items that you eat often. So the list is rice, wheat, barley, oats, maize, millet, kappa, that is tapioca, and ragi. Well, students, you can mark the food that you eat often. For me, I can mark rice and wheat that I eat often. Now, students, most of our food items are made up of these things depending on what grows in what region. So, we can also say that in different regions there are different food specialties. Now students, we not only eat different types of food items, but we use the same food items to make variety of different foods. Now, for example, to make dal and chawal, we may require various types of food items and there is a process involved also. We have fresh and green lemons. green coriander from the state of Andhra Pradesh, where they are majorly grown. Also, we have tomatoes, which are majorly grown in the state of Madhya Pradesh, containing vitamin C and various other nutrients. Then don't forget the turmeric, salt and salted butter from the rich state of Gujarat. Green chili, which are also from various other states. Split pigeon peas or the tur dal, which is majorly grown in the state of Maharashtra, containing a lot of protein and carbohydrates. Then we have rice, which is majorly grown in the state of Tamil Nadu, containing precious carbohydrates. Then we also have zira, which is majorly grown in the states of Gujarat, or cumin seeds, which we call in English. Also, we will use mustard oil, which is majorly produced in the state of Madhya Pradesh, containing various nutrients. Now students, the variety of food items actually depends on the region we live in, their easy availability and various other factors as well. So, now let us see the preparation. Come, let's go and see the preparation and the ingredients involved in the making of a dal and chawal. Well, Vipul's Dadima likes a certain type of dal because of her regional preferences or her taste. Well, just like that, we will add now a tadka of butter in our dal to make it more tasty. Similarly, we will add butter into this dal as per our preferences and taste. So students, with all these ingredients and a slight effort, our food, that is dal chawal, is ready. Can you people find out where each of these things is eaten? For example, like rice, wheat, maize and millets. To ease your task, let me tell you that rice is eaten more in Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, etc. states. And wheat is eaten more in Punjab, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh. Then maize, it is eaten more in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Rajasthan, and millet is eaten more in Rajasthan. Now students, we not only eat different food items, but we also use the same food items to make a variety of foods. Now for example, the place where we live in, the region where we reside, they all decide the types of food that we eat, because with their easy availability and various other factors, we get to decide our food. Now let's say dal and chawal. It is a very simple food, but it also requires various type of ingredients and a particular process to make it. See this figure. In this figure, we are seeing the items that can be made by the help of wheat and items that can be made by the help of rice. In the wheat column, like chapati, halwa, cake, sliced bread, puri, pua, etc. And there are various things that can be prepared from rice as well, like pulao, dosa, idli, uttapam, kheer, etc. etc. So with this, we know that with similar items we can make different types of food items. Now students, people in different regions make different food items. Similarly, people of different regions like different food items also. With this, we are on to the part of likes and dislikes. Now try to write the names of 3 food items that you like to eat and 3 that you dislike. So students, the food items that I like are biryani, jalebi and samosa. And some of the food items that I dislike are khichdi, pumpkin and porridge. Now you people can also write your favorite food items and your unfavorable, your dislikable food items into your notebook. Take the help of your parents, students. Now moving on to another part. Are your likes and dislikes similar to that of your family members or your friends? Well students, my likes and dislikes are similar to my family members, but they are different from my friends. Maybe because of the background and the general food habits. Now we will see some people and know what they like to eat. The first kid is Li Shen. She lives in Hong Kong. She says that I live in Hong Kong. My mother and I both love to eat snakes. Whenever we feel like eating snakes, we go to a nearby hotel and eat Ling Hu Fen. Now let us see another kid. Her name is Junie. She says, I live in Kashmir. I like fish cooked in mustard oil. Once we had gone to Goa, we ate fish there, but it tastes very different. My mother said that it was sea fish cooked in coconut oil. It had to be different. Well, Junie is from Kashmir and she likes fish, but we have seen that Junie says that there is a difference between the fish of the mountains and the fish of the seas. But in Junie's statement, we have seen that there is a difference of taste of fish from freshwater and from seawater. Now let us see another example. This kid name is Thomas and he says, I live in Kerala. I really like to eat two things. Both grow in our courtyard. One grows on a tall tree and other underground. It is great to eat boiled tapioca with any curry made using coconut. It tastes very good. So students, all three of these kids are from different regions and hence their likes and dislikes are very different because of their eating habits and the food that are readily available there. Such examples are also very redundant and easily available into your classrooms also, into your group of friends also, into your colony also. Now moving on to another part, that is writing the names of some food items that you have never eaten but you feel like eating. Now students also think about the reasons which decides what we eat. Try to put a mark in this list. Now for example, what is easily available, what we can buy, our customs and traditions. Add things like that and reasons like that into this list. Now, names of some things are given below. Put a tick mark on the things that can be eaten. If you are not sure about anything, you may ask your teacher or your parents. So students, I will help you in first few options. For example, bananas flowers. We don't eat that, so we will not put a tick there. But in cauliflower, some of you likes to eat cauliflower and certainly most of the people eat cauliflower. So we will tick on that. Also, there is the option of seeds of kalonji, fish, crab, frog, etc. Try to fill this list with the help of your parents and teachers at your home. Now, moving on to another part, which is writing the names of some food items that you have never eaten before but feel like eating. For example, students, I have never eaten a chapati made of bajra, but I certainly feel like eating a chapati made of bajra. Try to make this list and note it down into your notebook. With this students, we are at the end of this chapter, and in this chapter we have discussed thoroughly about the foods that we eat. Try to do all these activities with the help of your parents and teachers. Also, don't forget to have a balanced and nutritious meal, because sometimes that the food we don't like is healthy and beneficial for us. So listen to your parents, and then we will meet next time with some other interesting topic. Till then, I will take your leave. Bye bye.